Hey everybody, so I hope you enjoyed researching or looking up your family crest or coat of arms, or if you couldn't find one for your family, looking up another family name or a famous celebrity historical figure. It's just a fun type of project where you get a chance to kind of look at where your last name came from, the history behind it, things like that. Maybe, hopefully you learned a little thing or two about your family history, or even talk to some parents or grandparents or other people in your family about your last name and about your family history, your ancestry, so that you can kind of learn a little bit more about it. I told you I would share my family crest story. So my family crest is a bleeding severed hand held between two lions. And so I researched for a long time. I tried to find what the bleeding severed hand meant, and I couldn't find anything on the website I shared with you guys. So I ended up having to do a little bit of a deeper research. And what I ended up finding out was this. So this is the story of the Riley family crest or coat of arms. The Rileys were in a boat race with a rival family, so a different family from a different area in Ireland. And the Rileys were losing this race. So one of the Rileys decided to chop off his own hand and throw it across the finish line to beat the other family. The Rileys were so impressed by his sacrifice that they put the bleeding severed hand on the family crest, and that's why it's still there to this day. Now, whether this story is 100% actual truth, or it is simply an example of a oral tradition or some type of exaggeration over time, don't really know. That's about as far as I could research, but interesting story nonetheless. Another little thing to think about is that just because it's your family crest or coat of arms does not necessarily mean that you were directly related to royalty. It simply could have meant that you just came from that area. A lot of our names were changed over time into when we were immigrating to United States. You'd say where were you from? Oh, I'm from here, and that all of a sudden became your last name. That's actually why a lot of names have like O in front of them. So for example, Riley really would have been originally Ralhay, and someone would have said, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Ralhay, so Matt of Ralhay, and then eventually Matt O'Reilly, and then eventually Matt Riley, and then that's Matt Riley like you know it today. And so that's kind of a little bit idea about how our names work. So today I thought we could do something a little bit more fun, where you can completely create your own family crest or coat of arms. And you've got a few ways you can do this. I am uploaded on the document as simply like a blank family crest or coat of arms that you could print out, you could color, you could draw. If you want to, you could also just do your family crest or coat of arms strictly digitally, which means you could take a sheet of Google Doc, the Google Doc I shared with you, and simply put in the pictures and colors of things that you would want to represent your family crest or coat of arms if you had total control over it. So maybe some sports symbols from your favorite sports, maybe a musician or an artist or some kind of hobby that you're into, things like that. So totally have fun with this one. Like I said, you can do it either by hand with colored pencils and markers and crayons and things, or you can totally just make it digitally and just put pictures in that would represent you and your family crest. So other than that, have fun with that, and let me know if you need any help.